Hello, hello, my Pisces. My name is Emmy from Emmy Evolving. You've just magically found your way onto my channel. If you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe, turn on that notification bell, and join me every time I'm live. Let's see. So, we're going to do a ClairTarot reading for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Also for your cross watchers. There's always someone stalking the Pisces. Let me just have a piece of chocolate before we start. Hey, Troy. I'm just flinging cards around like flinging them around. I'm not even shuffling it. Just this is how we're shuffling it at this point. Just shove them in there. All right. We're going to get started with Pisces. It seems as though Pisces has quite a bit of dark shit going on. I'm feeling some darkness, Pisces. Not necessarily evil. Not necessarily evil. But some really deep, dense, dark. What's it about? I'm told 3 cards from here. This one wanted, no. Fine. 2 more cards. Pisces is having a if you give a mouse a cookie moment out. And then, so, okay. All right. There's some shit going on already. So, very fascinating. Very, very fascinating. So, card number 23, Aquarius, I know you're standing alone in this right now. You're feeling very alone. You're feeling as though you're having to do all of this shit on your own, and that's fine because you can handle it, Pisces. This is a time that you're needing to focus, okay? This is not the time for you to do the typical head in the water, dreaming of the stars. Pisces shit that we do. You have to focus. This is about accepting how eccentric you are and just allowing yourself to stand alone in this. Allow yourself to stand alone and stand out. People are going to be watching. Perfectly fine. Let them watch. You also have the earth element for stability. You have card number 38, which has a lot to do with foundational and reunification energies. You have 6th house, which has to do with the routine. It's the number 30, and it's like, again, the number 3. Foundation, strength, stability. When you take a structure and you need to balance it, 3 legs is much more stable than 2 or 4. 4 is too much. It's going to be rickety. 2 is not enough. It's going to topple over. 3 is just right. But you have to space everything out equally, okay? You can't put everything on one corner. And that's what this card is kind of saying, that your routine shouldn't be stressing just one aspect. You have to allow your energy to be spread through the different things that you're needing to do daily, or else everything else is going to suffer. Okay. And then you have card 20, which is Scorpio. I transform. This, listen closely, Pisces. You're so always worried about hurting other people's feelings. You have to transform the way you process. Okay. You no longer need to be apologetic about having to leave behind the situations or people that are not growing you, that are keeping you in a perpetual cycle of stagnation. If you got to sting a couple motherfuckers, you got to sting a couple motherfuckers, and you just sting them and go, sting them and go. Now, part of that sting has to do with the air element, communicating. Card number 39. Okay. Pisces, you're a fish. You're in water, but you still breathe air. You still breathe oxygen. You've just figured out how to efficiently extract that oxygen from the water, the hydrogen and oxygen in the water. You're pulling out the oxygen, okay? Now, this tells you that you have the ability to be very, very efficient with minimal effort. Harness that. This is one of the strengths of Pisces that people don't realize. It's something that they're so focused on, like, oh, so airheady, dreamy, and no, you're not a fixed sign. You're mutable. You can shift. You can tap into all the different freaking zodiacs. You can pull in all their strengths. You can pull in all their weaknesses. It's just dependent on what you have your filter set to. What are your gills extracting? If you're a Pisces, if you're a fish, you have gills. That's how you breathe. That's why you don't have to come up for air. You can stay in the deep. But remember, you're going to have to decide exactly what it is you want to breathe. It can't just be like willy-nilly, because there's a lot of growth going on. You're very much in the deep, murky waters. It's not concerning. It's more of like, don't be trying to fool yourself. Don't be trying to lull yourself into thinking you're in the shallows. Okay? You're in the deep. You're not in danger. You're not going to drown, but you are in the deep. There are much bigger things that lurk in the shadows of the deep than there are in the shallows. Okay? So just remember that, Pisces. That was rude. Everything flipped over. Okay. One more shuffle. Hi, Claudia. Really? YouTube is withholding the notifications? I knew it. I knew it. What do you guys think about me sending out a telepathic message? My lovers, I'm going live. Join me. I might start doing that. I might start. Okay. All right. There you go. Trust yourself. You've walked away from the things you needed to walk away from. Trust yourself. No matter what they say to you, Pisces, no matter how they try and manipulate you into thinking you are wrong, you are abandoning them, trust yourself, okay? Don't listen to their fuckery. If they're not allowed in your water, that's for a reason. Pisces, you give so much. You are so compassionate to so many people. Don't believe that hype. And you are in the world, not of it. Look at that. This is letting you know, hey, you know what? Go ahead and keep swimming in your deep waters. Go ahead and attract all those schools of fish. At some point, you're going to come up out the water in all your glory, and you're just going to be like, just like that. You have a lot of things, Pisces, you already know you're magical. You already know that. And it's just a matter of you allowing some of that to bubble to the surface so other people can experience more than just being attracted to you for reasons they don't really understand. People are drawn to you. You're very magnetic, Pisces. You're very, very magnetic. People become addicted to that type of energy. And then you're off swimming away. And then they're like, where did they go? Let's go chase after them. And then becomes a game of chase. And you don't like that. And all of a sudden you're like, no. You have to love yourself enough to set boundaries and enforce them. You really have to begin enforcing the boundaries because your energy is so intoxicating. Okay? Free from judgment, free to love. Card number 39, full of that heart space energy. Stop judging yourself for honoring your needs. Stop judging yourself for the people you choose to love. There is nothing wrong with choosing to love people that others say don't deserve your love. Because love is not something that should be earned. It's not a prize. It's something that every living being, it's a part of your birthright. Every living being is entitled to love. Love is not allowing, someone to walk all over you. No. Love is just accepting them as they are and not trying to change them into something else. Love is when you support someone, when you listen to them, when they're having a need. Love is also when you recognize that they're toxic to you and you say, you know what, you're still worthy of love, but I'm going to love you from afar and in silence. That's still love. What's most important, the most important person that you need to love, Pisces, right now is yourself. No more giving a shit as to how people will judge you for putting your needs at the top of your list of priorities over their preferences. If you don't want to associate with someone, don't associate. You don't have to explain yourself, especially if they try and guilt you, manipulate you into trying to feel bad that you're not continuing contact or no. Love yourself first. You are the priority. Okay? Brings us to card number 27, receiving. Notice how that's your cup, full of your blessings that you are taking a sip out of. Your cup, your blessings that you are now taking a sip out of. This month is not the month of you trying to give other people some of your juju. This is for you to replenish yourself. Okay? It's for you to replenish yourself. Allow yourself to receive just as much as you give. That is so beautiful, Claudia. She says this is getting easier these days. Good. Very, very good. Very, very, very good. Because what's going on is as you learn to love yourself a little bit more, and self-love is not one thing. You take one workshop, you watch one live stream and I love myself. That's it. There's varying levels, nuances to this whole self-love journey. It's a journey, not a destination. The learning of self-love is in the journey itself. It's in every single step you take. Once you get there, you'll recognize that's not the end of your journey. Your entire life, you're going to learn how to love yourself on a deeper and deeper level. And right now, it's still just the start of the journey. You're getting yourself acclimated to the amount of steps that you have to take daily. When you first start what do you call it? Traveling, say you're backpacking through whatever foreign country. First, you're tired, you're exhausted. You're not used to having to walk that much, carrying that amount of load. You're exhausted. And that's fine. That's to be expected. But as you continue on this journey back to yourself, you become stronger. And as you become stronger, you hurt less. And the more people try and get you to revert, those are nothing but opportunities for you to recognize how far you've come. It's not that it's like, man, people are still trying to say and do the things that they've always said and done. Well, that's on them. That's on them. It's not that you're not making progress. The fact that you're upset about it is a sign you're making progress. Your perception of what you deserve and what you are needing from your interactions with certain individuals or just people at large, it's shifting. And you're learning on a much deeper level the nuances of your journey of self-love. It's going to keep going. It's going to keep ripening, blossoming. And that's such a beautiful thing. Such a beautiful thing. Let's see what this says. Oh, I love it. I cut the cards and look. You're already doing it. You're already doing it. Pisces. I love that. I love that. Yeah, transformation can be hard. If only self-love was that simple. It's so not. The whole like, oh, I'm going to take a workshop and now I love myself. And self-love is not dictated by other people. That's something that I learned from my interaction with someone else. They were trying, and this was a few years back, they were trying to convince me that my way of loving myself was not self-love, which they were right. They were right. I wasn't quite ready to love and accept myself yet. But for them to try and dictate the right way for me to do it, that was wrong. That was definitely wrong. Because their version of self-love, it didn't apply to me. It didn't address my specific and unique needs. Now, am I there yet? Am I at that self-love apex? I don't think so. I think I'm still way down there near the base of a huge mountain that I'm trying to climb. And it's at the base, this part of the base, you've gone quite a bit. So it's still going to be a huge effort to drop all the way down. It's going to be painful if you allow yourself to drop back down. But you're still not that far. And the place where I'm at now, I recognize how much I didn't know about myself, how much I didn't know about the truth of self-love, and the perceptions that I had were very much skewed because there's this common belief that's being spread around where no one can love you until you learn to love yourself. What? You're going to punish me for not knowing how to love myself? Isn't that perpetuating the very thing that I'm suffering through? You're holding against me the very thing that has kept me weighed down. So not only am I weighed down, you're holding me down too. And what I'm learning, and I hope you guys are learning this too at some point, I hope you learn this as well, is that sometimes it's in your failed relationships that you learn a little bit more about that self-love, that you put into action the very principles that people preach about when it comes to self-love, the whole boundaries thing. Like none of that means shit until you figure out how to apply it in real time for your life, for your circumstance. None of it means shit. That's why when people come to me and they're like, I've studied this and I've studied that, and so I know more and blah, blah, blah. No, boo, you read a book. You don't know shit about me or my journey. You read a fucking book written by someone else, someone else's beliefs, and I don't even know where they got it. Did they read a book? Were they inspired by someone else's beliefs? And how does that apply to my journey? What of my journey do you really know? Only what I allow you to know, right? So Pisces, you're a lot deeper than what you recognize. And 33% at 1234. 33, the number of the ascended masters. The teachers are here. The energy of the teacher is here. 1234, 1, 2, 3, 4, everything in perfect order. Everything of unfolding as it should, naturally. And that's how your journey should be. It should unfold naturally, not because someone told you to unfold, not because someone gave you an ultimatum, made you feel bad or ashamed for where you're at or not yet at on your journey. So here, confirmation, you're already doing it. And look at her. Look at her standing beside a pillar with her back turned to the bullshit. Her back turned to the shadow. She's facing the light. That's you, Pisces. That's you. Recognize how far you've come. Regardless of how much further you have to go, recognize how far you've come. So, one more. I just asked myself, should I do one more? Yes. Just say yes. All right. Let's get you guys a couple cards. All right. Here we go. Take a break. Okay. You can't keep pounding at your head to get things through when you're not yet ready to receive that truth. All you're doing is hurting yourself. So no more pounding on your head. Take a break. Take a break. Leap. You go first. The universe will catch you. Stop being so afraid of your journey. Stop being so afraid of your waters. These are your waters. You will not drown in it, Pisces. Take that leap. You are a keeper of the earth. You're not alone. There is so much that stands behind you, protecting you, defending you, watching out for you, celebrating you, applauding you. Just because you don't notice it doesn't mean it's not happening. Okay? So much is celebrating you right now. You're going through such a massive period of growth. Actually, I think most of the signs are. You have to share your voice. You have to come out of your cave. You have to come out of your waters because not everyone can swim. Okay? And sometimes the people that you need to reach, the people who need to reach you, who you need, they can't go in the water. So you have to sometimes come out. Know the difference between fear and discernment. Okay? Know when you need to come out of the water. Know when you can stay in. Things that are decided out of fear, they have no place in your journey, okay? None. Don't dim to fit in. Where is that card? Hold on. Oh, I put it back. Dang it. So you're already doing it. You're doing amazing, Pisces. Amazing. Just like the other signs. Oh, wait a minute. Let me just give you your poetry. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Let's see. It just sounds like I'm shuffling. I'm not. You want to see it? going on? Here, one flipped over. It works. It works. It gets you the cards that you need. Ooh, card number 21. Sacred Phoenix Heart. That's what I'm talking about. Let me just see this. Every day I'm shuffling, girl. I can't sing no more today. I cannot. Card number 21. All right. Under the cover of blood, love veils many rose gardens. In total faith, love tenderly guides every lover to the garden of the heart. Reason says the world is limited in 6 directions. There's no way out. Love says there is a way, and I've traveled it many times. How I adore your defiant, rebellious heart. It knows that what for the mind is an end is for the heart simply another match to ignite the sacred flames. It eats of love until it's filled and then becomes hungry again and eats some more. And again and again. It eats of love until it's so full it simply must explode into a sacred fire of passion. It bursts incapable of sustaining old consciousness in the expanse of blessings unlimited, lavished upon it through the great beloved's affection. It would be like attempting to fit an ocean in a teacup. See what I'm saying? So it does not. It bursts forth like a dying star into spectacular radiance, only to be reborn again, new and hungry for the next feeding. How I adore your defiant, spectacular heart. Love guides us through travails that seem improbable, if not impossible. It does not shy away from any challenge, from any cause. It cannot. It is just love's way. Love says to us, there is always another way. You are receiving this guidance now. Perhaps you're searching your head. Perhaps you're scratching your head quizzically or are in deepest despair because you appear to have met a dead end, a frowning no, or a dismissive laugh upon your request to bring love alive. So then, do you choose to believe in love or in the death of sorts your heart faces? Your heart shall rally. I choose death because that is the portal to new life. And so it is wise, you see, but you must be brave. To be burned in love, by love, for love will involve endurance of pain, but it will also place it in context. It is the shorter pain that's not compounded by erroneous thinking. That pain comes and goes quite quickly when you realize that love is simply, playfully smacking your wrist and saying, not that way. There are great pitfalls on that path. Come take this one where there shall be wine and dancing. Your higher self is totally in love with you, Pisces. Totally in love with you. It wants you to rise from the ashes. And to be honest, I don't think your higher self cares whether it's your ashes or someone else's. Let it burn. If it no longer serves you, use it as fuel for your rise and let it burn. Okay, Pisces? That is your poetry for today. How do you feel, Pisces? How do you feel? Okay, one final freaking card. Pisceans, we have one final freaking card calling for me from this deck. Every day I'm shuffling. Every day I'm shuffling. See, nothing is being shuffled. Why? Why can't I just relax? Release your grip on shit, girl. Release the grip. The death. Hold on. Okay. Card number 8, vulnerability. It's that free fall into your greatness, a recognition that you have etheric wings. You don't need to be caught. You definitely know how to fly. And look at those butterflies. Are they flying from you, coming out of your chest? A magic that's born of your heart? Or are they flying towards you, embracing you back into the fold of your greatness? It's a breakthrough month for you. And look at that. As etheric as you are, you run on the surface of the water. Ain't that some poetic shit? You are so magically beautiful that creation even mimics you. Look at that. Look at that. Creation is mirroring the level of magic that you just ooze. Card number 34, vulnerability. Sometimes you need to rest. Sometimes you need to just curl up and recognize you've expended yourself and you need to rest. And it's okay because you're not in any kind of harm's way. Creation has taken the steps to protect you from any real harm. From any real harm. Let's get the book for this. 3 + 4 is 7, by the way, the number of completion. And tell me this don't look like some sort of solar, lunar eclipse type action. Blood moon even. 34, 34. Okay. You may be feeling like you should withdraw. This is an opportunity to wait and regroup. You're in need of some rest and relaxation. You might even be feeling overwhelmed. Take some much needed downtime. Take in your surroundings. Notice the season and the changes that are taking place out in nature. Things are continually evolving. Think about the clouds you see in the sky. They are constantly moving, changing, and reshaping themselves. Allow yourself to connect with Mother Earth and nature in a deeper way. Align your rhythm with the heartbeat of the earth and slow your thoughts and emotions down. Trust that everything will work out. The signs that things work themselves out are all around you. Take notice. Now, this card asks you to think of the clouds, okay? Clouds may seem like nothing but fluff, right? It's like nothing but fluff. What can clouds do? Well, first off, they can obscure the sun. They can obscure the moon. Clouds are powerful. Clouds hold the capability to wash away the landscape, forever changing it. If clouds so chose, they could pour down so much rain that the landscape of your mind and soul is forever changed, washing away the very things that no longer serve you and exposing the new growth. Think on that. Think on that. The days when you have gray clouds hanging over and you're like, why does today have to be so shitty? Is today really shitty? Or are you preparing to shift? Is that what it is? You're preparing to shift? Feel confident that things are falling into place. Just as seedling breaks through the surface of the earth, you too are going to experience an emergence. Wasn't I just talking about this? The efforts of your hard work will become evident and you'll begin to see the difference all of that labor and time you've invested has made. Count your blessings. You are gifted with a creative touch and the ability to generate new and wonderful things. Take a moment to feel proud of yourself for all that you have accomplished. Even if your accomplishments are silent and within your heart, take a moment to be proud of yourself. They say pride is a sinful thing. Why? Why is it sinful to acknowledge silently within yourself and feel happy to celebrate that you're actually learning the lessons your soul has asked you to learn? You don't think God's celebrating you? There's a lot of really twisted beliefs regarding how we should conduct ourselves, how we're supposed to perceive creation and our place in it. No more. It's time for you to blossom and write your own book of rules. That's all I got to say on that. Write your own book of rules. If the rule book is no longer relevant or applicable, you no longer should be using it. That's just that. That's just that. So, hello, Penny. Thank you, Jessica Rose. Now, where did my eyeglass case go? See, I always lose all my stuff. That's why. Because I didn't lose my freaking chocolate. I don't know where I put my case. Okay, whatever. It's down here somewhere. You guys, thank you for joining me for this reading. Please do subscribe to my channel, turn on that notification bell, and let me know what else you want me to read for. Okay? I have a couple more ClairTarots to do for the zodiacs. Definitely feel free to comment on here or any other video, things that you'd like me to read for, whether it be just for, the elements like earth, air, water, fire, or something else. I already do twin flame readings. Should I do soulmate readings? What y'all want to do? What y'all want to participate in? And I don't know, maybe tonight or maybe some other night far from tonight. Maybe I can do some free readings again. Just do some ClairTarots and really get to know you guys. Yes, I need to do star seeds. And I took my pen away. I was doing some starseed readings. I should definitely get back to doing starseeds. Starseeds, maybe some energy reports, and I want to make sure I have a broad range of topics to share my thoughts on, and they're just my thoughts. I'm no authority in anything, just my random ass thoughts. Random ass thoughts. Okay, guys, thank you again for joining me. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell. I will see you guys again very, very soon. Bye.